When it comes to Microsoft Word, we can add pictures into our documents to make it look a little bit more professional. Alright. When it comes to adding pictures to Microsoft Word, we can do it in one of three ways. The first way is the most common way, which has always been to copy and paste. So what I'm going to be doing is, under this first point of paragliding, is I'm going to add an image to it. Alright. So I've already done a Google search for paragliding, and one of the ways that people have always done it, and possibly you have as well, is going right click, copy image, going back to the document, and pasting. Okay, so there's our image. So if we come up to our picture tools and we click format, and we can select the various options over here. So these picture tools are very, very powerful picture editing tools. Not as powerful as something like Photoshop, but still fairly good. So one of the things we can look at here is dealing with correction. So we can go change the sharpness. So at the moment the sharpness is at 0%. If we want, we can sharpen it up to 50% or soften it to 50%. And softening kind of blurs it out, where sharpens kind of brings everything into detail. Okay, at sharpness 0 you can barely see the lines connecting the people to the glider. If we go to the 50%, you can sort of make it out even more. We can then go to color. We can add and change the saturation to 0, which makes it black and white, or saturation at 400%, which adds greater color of blues, highlights the yellows, but we don't normally always have to change the saturation. We can do the same thing for color tone and recolor. Artistic effects is always a nice little fun one to play with. You can choose the blur option, something like this, which is the light screen, the glow or glow edges, which is always really, really cool to play with. So just for this video, let's go with the glow option. If we want, we can always reset the picture back to the way it was. But for now, let's keep the glow option. I kind of like that, the glowed edges. If we want, we can then add a different border to the image. So let's go here. This one, what is this? It's metal oval. Kind of like it, but not so much. Let's have a look at what's this one here. This one is our bevel perspective. That kind of looks cool. Let's play with that. Okay, there we go. Our bevel perspective has been added. Let's carry on looking at the different formatting tools. So we can choose our position. So in text, with text, you can start playing around with that. We can align it. We can crop it, which is always very cool, which is always useful, should I say. So if we go crop, okay, we get these black lines over here, which means then we can be a little bit more perspective at what we want to crop. Okay. We can then move the image around. So there we go. I just wanted that. So I'm happy with that. Let's re-click the crop option, and now it's mainly focused on that. Now we can always go and readjust the image, but the way we've always done it is on this drag and drop box. We go to the handles here. We can then drag and move around, which is a little bit clumsy. Okay, because you can't always get it to the size you want. So one of the advantages, under size, we can then select and readjust the height and the width of an image. Okay, so that is the first way that everyone knows. There are two other ways to do this. We can go to our insert and we can select our picture option, which we can then insert pictures, or we can go to an online picture. So if we go select online picture, it'll connect to the internet. Okay, let's type in paragliding again. We've typed in paragliding, let's see what comes up. Okay, so there we go. We got some very cool images here as well. Let's have a look at this one. So if we click on that, it gives us a little tick to say it's been selected. And we go insert one. So it says downloading. There we go, that's been added. And one of the advantages of inserting an online picture, it is originally and automatically captioned for you. So this photo by unknown authors, licensed under CC BY SA. So if you're adding or creating a document that requires a lot of referencing, especially when it comes to images, there we go. Your online picture is probably your best route because it automatically captions it for you. So that is how you go about adding images and editing images in Microsoft Word.